Greetings, everyone. John here, Chief Motivator over at Method 3 Fitness. And I'm excited to be here with you live today for some mobility and mindset. I'm trying my earbuds today, so hopefully I'm coming in a little bit clearer for you. And hope you can hear the relaxing music as well. So we're going to get started in just about 30 seconds. So the goal today, we're going to start with a little bit of some breathing exercises. We are going to go into a bunch of great mobility drills. What I'm asking you to do right now is just be here with me, be present. For a lot of the different workouts and everything else that's going on, we're in this heightened state, whether it's from stress or from just trying to like go with our workouts or work. And it is important to have some semblance of that yin and yang here. So we're going to try to bring everything back down a little bit, focus on some mobility and stretching, and then we're going to chat a little bit about just some mindset afterwards. Because at Method 3, our whole goal is to improve the way you move, eat, and think. And I think now of all the times, yes, we have to safeguard our health, but we really have to make sure that we're keeping this right, okay? So let's start on the floor. We're going to lie on our backs. We're going to do some breathing exercises first, okay? So what I want you to do, we're going to do this for about 2 minutes. Just focus on your belly breathing. As you breathe in, your belly expands with breath. As you exhale, it comes back down, all right? So on your back with me. You can place your hands in your tummy or at your side. Try to inhale through your nose. And as you exhale through your nose or your mouth. Just really focusing on being present, being here. And with every exhale, I want you to try to feel that tension leave your body. From the top of your head and your neck to the down to the tip of your toes. Every little bit of tension, and stress, and anxiety, and worry just leaving the building. Allow our body to move into the mobility patterns and stretches we're going to do soon. Got about 30 more seconds. Slowly, I want you to come up. To a seated position. Your feet can be out in front of you, or feet can be cross-legged. That's fine. We're gonna go just a little stretch of the upper body. Arms gonna be up. Little tricep stretch, pulling up and over. Feel that in your tricep. You may feel that a little bit in your lat. Thanks for joining me this morning. This whole time, we're just focusing on the breathing. It's easy for us to get caught up in all the all the craziness going on. Let's switch sides. It's also easy for us to think that what we need to relieve all that is just going to be hard something, hard workouts, hard run, hard walk uphill, or we're going to do intervals. And that can be good. For many of us, that's a big relief and outlet for us, but you need to balance it a little bit with some of this. Good, so relax the shoulders for a second. Do some little shoulder rolls for me. Back and forward. You can do some little neck rolls as well. We're going to take that right arm and bring it across the body now. Try to maintain good posture. Focus on our breathing. Opposite side. A good stretch in the part of the shoulder and the back as I pull that arm across. Good. Let's go to feet together. Little inner thigh stretch. So on this one, you can kind of grab around your ankles right here or around your feet. And as you exhale, I want you to feel that mobility increasing, not just on your inner thighs, but from your low back as you kind of exhale into the stretch. And if you want to add a little bit of some an increase in that stretch, you can pull yourself down a little bit. Every time you exhale, I want you to feel yourself getting lower into that stretch. You can get lower than you think. Trust me. Good. Come up slowly from that. We're going to extend one leg out. Pick leg, any leg. Rotate towards it a little bit. As I exhale, I'm just going to hinge over towards it. If you roll the shoulders a little bit, that's okay, but try to hinge. Because as you hinge, you'll find that you don't need to go that far to increase that stretch. So don't just kind of crunch over like this. Turn, exhale, and slowly come forward just a little bit. So you feel that stretch in your hamstring. Excuse me. It's going to be the back of your leg. So where you should feel this stretch. If you want to increase that stretch, try to hinge more. As you reach, you kind of tiptoe those fingers forward. Slowly come up. Unlock that leg slowly. Bring that leg in. Try to make sure that everything's nice and aligned, so I'm not letting that foot flare out. I'm keeping it just like so. And as I bring my chest up and I rotate, I am hinging forward. You guys keep stretching. I'm going to move this a little bit so you can see me a little better. here and rotating, kind of hinging forward a little bit. Focusing on that pull from that hamstring. Not trying to lengthen too much from my back, but lengthen through the back of this leg. If you want to add a little bit of a stretch, sometimes you don't even have to hinge forward too much. You can just focus on pulling your toe towards your face. Good. So we're going to go into a little T-spine mobility drill. It's going to look something like this. I want you to get into a position where your knees are spread apart a little bit, and you're going to sit back into your heels. From your head to your rump is pretty much one straight line. I'm going to make a fist with my left hand in front of me here. This arm is going to stay straight the whole time. With my right arm, I'm going to place it right behind my head, just like so, elbow open. I'm going to come down without breaking this arm, sitting in my haunches here. I'm going to come down and rotate towards that opposite knee. Come up and try to look up at that elbow. And then back down. So you're going to feel this in the middle of your back and a lot probably in your chest and shoulders. That's okay. So down and up, and trying to squeeze that shoulder blade back and look up at the ceiling. Again, without breaking this elbow. Ideally, there shouldn't be any issue for your low back. It should really just be opening up your thoracic, your mid-spine, and a little bit of that chest and shoulder. Just going to do a few more on this side and we'll switch. Good. We're going one hand, opposite hand now. Same thing. Same elbow. Down and back up. Trying your best to move fluidly through these, but also trying to improve that mobility. Yes, we're trying to pull that elbow up, squeezing that shoulder blade back and opening up the chest, the shoulder, the back. Good. Relax for a second with those shoulders. Loosen them up a little bit. We're going to do one more time on each side. Opposite hand comes here. Pop the hand back. Towards the knee. Up. And rotate. Nice and easy. Still breathing. Don't hold your breath. Just going to do a set of 8 on each side here. Opposite side. Feeling yourself open up right now. Everything's getting a little more warm and open and fluid. Good. From here, we're going to go right into a child's pose. I want you to spread the knees apart again. Toes down. Creep those hands out in front. And as you exhale, I want you to sit lower into the heels and stretch those hands out. So my fingertips are going opposite directions from my hips. Breathe into that stretch. Try to keep the elbows up off the floor, pushing those hands out to really increase the stretch and the lats, the chest, and the shoulders here. Breathe and embrace that mobility. Trying to pull your body two different directions. Tiptoe those hands to one side, still keeping those elbows out for me. Feel that stretch come down the big side on the lats. So if you tiptoed your hands to the left, you should feel that coming down the right side quite a bit. Don't fight it. Breathe into it. Low back loosening up at the same time. We're going to tiptoe the other side. If you feel yourself cramping or just something doesn't feel right, just move out of it for a second. Come out of it for a second. Come back in slowly. Little muscles cramp up sometimes. It's no big deal. Happens to all of us. Breathe. Embrace that stretch. Good. We're going to come on your back now. Oh. Put both knees in for a second. Get a little rock if you'd like. So what I have you do is extend the left leg down on the floor. Keep the right knee up, coming towards the right shoulder. I want you to take your left hand and sneak it in between your low back. And there should be a little bit of a gap there. I don't want it flattened on the floor. That's neutral spine. So I want you to focus on pulling up on that leg without putting more pressure on this hand. Okay? Exhale as you pull up. Once you feel like you've got a good hang of it without putting more pressure or moving those hips back, you can bring the other hand in and pull up. But don't lose that little gap in the low back. Breathe. Increasing that stretch a little as we go. From here, I'm going to have you take the whatever would be your left hand if you're pulling your right leg across. Pull that across the body. Now, as you do that, you're going to pull that leg across the body only so far as the shoulders stay down on the floor. So if I only pull to here and this foot is in the air, that's fine, because I want the shoulders on the floor and I'm looking to my right. So I'm getting a nice little chest stretch, opening up the hips and glutes now. And as you exhale, if you can bring that leg over more, great. But keep the shoulder blades down on the floor. Move that leg around a little bit if that feels good. Feel the different stretch you get when you move it around. Now we're going to roll all the way to that side and rest our head right on our arm as we pull that same leg up into a nice quad stretch. Now from here, I want you to be mindful of keeping your body in nice alignment and drawing your belly in, because I don't want you to arch your back to get this stretch. Next time you're going through this, if you want, one thing I mentioned you could grab is a little strap, or to be honest, even like a shirt. Pop it around the foot and pull with the shirt if it's a little bit harder to grab that foot. Good. Come back to neutral. We're now going to the other side. We're pulling up with one hand. Other hand is going in between the low back. And I'm breathing into that stretch without placing more pressure on the hand that is underneath the low back. When you're ready, without rocking those hips back, without moving the low back, you can pull more to increase that stretch. Breathe, don't fight it. Slowly bring that leg across the body. Again, only so far as the shoulder blades stay down. You'll find most times that one side is a little tighter than the other. Definitely in the left side for me. Breathe. Roll to the side, rest the head on the bicep, pull that quad back into a stretch. Be mindful to pull the belly button in. Good. Slowly release. Come back on your back. If you have room, I want you to push your hands up above your head. Stretch your body out. Flex those toes back and forth. Take one more deep breath in, and as you exhale, do a little snow angel slowly until the hands get at the side, palms up, eyes closed, everything relaxed. We're going to do a little Shavasana. I'm going to bring in the mindset portion here for you guys. You're just focusing on your breathing. You're focusing on everything continuing to relax. One of my favorite quotes by Stephen Covey is, "It's not what happens to us that hurts us, but how we react to what happens to us that hurts us." There's a lot of uncertainty right now. There's a lot of fear and panic and anxiety and stress. And it's a lot of things that are ultimately out of our control. But the one thing that we always have control over, as hard as it may seem, is how we're going to react, how we're going to respond to what's going on. Now, what I want you guys to know is that your first reaction may be, well, I'm going to respond positive, I'm going to be upbeat, I'm going to be optimistic. And that is fantastic. And I would say that 90% of the time, that's exactly what I want. But I don't want you to forget about the 10% where you allow yourself to feel what you want to feel. So if you're sad, if you feel like just tears are coming out, that's okay, right? You have to let yourself experience what you want. Once you experience whatever that emotion and feeling is, then you have a chance to say, okay, I let that happen. Now I can choose a different path, right? I can choose to be positive. I can choose to make things happen. I can choose to make a difference. I can choose to see what's awesome in my life and what else I have to be grateful for. So just remember that all of this that's happening to us can't affect us to a huge magnitude, at least, unless we let it. It's a huge power that we have, each and every one of us, that you have right now during this period. So while you're there with your eyes closed, breathing, continuing to slow down, body relaxed, I want you to bring your intention everyone, trying not to get emotional. I want you to bring your attention to something or someone that you're grateful for in your life. And if that's a few people that come to mind or a few things, then great. A couple big things that come to my mind, at least immediately. That's my wife. She's been unbelievably supportive. My family, reaching out, seeing how I'm doing, seeing how we each other are doing. My amazing team at Method 3, and the overwhelming support of all of our partners. Because the tears I am that are welling up right now are not tears of anxiety or stress or fear. They're just tears of gratitude and joy. So I want you to hold that person or thing in your heart, in your mind, and in your heart. And really think about all the reasons that you're grateful for that person, people, or things. When one more deep breath in and a slow exhale, you can open your eyes, you can smile, you can start to wiggle everything in your body. And I hope you have an amazing day. Thank you for joining me.